For many cameras it is difficult to find a single setting in which both dark and bright regions can be seen with good contrast. In this example, the person coming in from the left is clearly visible. But pay attention to the person coming in from the top right through the gate, who is barely visible in the oversaturated region of the image. In the next example, the person coming in from the right is hardly visible due to low contrast. And also here, the oversaturated region in the gate once again is hiding the fact that a person was approaching. These blind spots are dangerous for a safety application such as forklift-person collision avoidance. So how can this be solved? As this simplified figure explains, a camera performs a mapping from real-world intensities, shown here on the horizontal axis, to intensities measured by the camera. Many cameras realize a mapping similar to the example shown here. When regions of world intensities map to similar camera intensities, contrast is lost, thereby limiting the useful range in which objects can be detected. Cameras equipped with high dynamic range capabilities, or so-called HDR, solve this problem by improving this mapping. Contrast in the mid-level camera intensity range is lowered to allow for additional contrast in the high and low ranges. An important aspect to mention is noise. Multiple measurements of the same world intensity lead to slightly different camera measurements due to various noise sources. One way to represent noise magnitude is by its standard deviation, which captures the typical range in which measurements will fall. Steps in camera intensities larger than this noise level will still be clearly detectable, whereas steps close to or lower than the noise level are less reliable, limiting the useful range of world intensities in which robust object detection can be performed. There exist several ways to realize HDR, and multiple cameras that implement these methods. To select the best camera for the application, Apixab performed a technical study in which several cameras with HDR capability were tested. Our goal, to make sure robust forklift-person collision avoidance can happen under the most challenging lighting conditions. The following videos will clearly demonstrate the improvements by using a camera equipped with HDR capability. The HDR image on top may not seem to be the prettiest, but it truly is the most functional. As you will notice, the person on the top right entering the gate is clearly visible with good contrast from the start. Here as well the advantage of HDR is obvious. The person coming in from the right has increased contrast, as does the person coming in from the gate. One may notice a slight ghosting effect around the latter person. This is caused by the mixing of images taken with different exposure times at slightly different moments in time, a key principle of some HDR approaches. Apixab AI models are trained to cope with these effects, thereby realizing robust forklift-person collision avoidance in the most diverse lighting conditions. Interested to know more? Do reach out. Let's make logistics safer, together. Thank you for watching.